Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My friends, in this video we highlight great love story of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam with Khadijah radhiyallahu ta'ala anha. My friends, Khadijah radhiyallahu ta'ala anha was one of history's most remarkable women. She is remembered as a woman of strength, of compassion, of faith. The woman who was the first love of Prophet's life and who remained in his heart long after her death. My friend Khadijah Razallah Ta'ala Anha was a woman of beauty, intelligence, and superior character known as At-Tahira, means the pure. My friends, the marriage of Khadijah Razallah Ta'ala Anha to Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, something unique to Quraysh society. It was not common for widows and divorcees to remarry, and also something very uncommon about their age differences. My friends, yet despite their outward differences of age and financial status, the two made a power couple unlike any other in the world. My friends, their marriage was more than a simple relationship. It was a partnership of true love and understanding. My friends, Khadijah Razallah Ta'ala Anha hired Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam as an employee to lead her merchant caravans. Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was a handsome young man from a noble but impoverished family. He exuded an aura of dignity, power, and humility all at once. My friends, for a man so young, he had also established a reputation of renown as as-Sadiq al-Amin, means the truthful, the trustworthy. My friends, as a trader himself, he was honest in every interactions and transactions. One Khadija's servants, Masara, attested to on their very first business trip with Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. After he came back from his first business trip, she asked her servant whom she sent to him. The servant amazed her by his report with a very positive experience and glowing report about Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Never did he treat the servant harshly, as many others do, yet there was more. As they traveled in the heat of desert, the servant noticed that a cloud had followed them entire time, shading from the blazing sun. My friend, this young man was the kindest, gentlest man he had ever met. He also gave her unexpected profit. Khadija Razallah Ta'ala Anha was filled with respect and admirations for him. She was quite impressed with her new employee. My friends, all this was enough for her. The embers of love in her heart that were once extinguished rekindled again, and she resolved to marry this young man who was 15 years younger than she. My friends, though she was significantly older than him, she was still a woman of beauty and young enough to consider marriage. My friends, already being a widow, she had lost the desire to marry again until the Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam came into her life. He was a young man of 25 years old. Khadija Razallah Ta'ala Anha proposed to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam accepted her proposal. She sent her she sent her sister to this young man. She asked him, "If I could offer you a wife of nobility, beauty, and wealth, would you be interested?" She told him. He replied in the affirmative, but when she mentioned her sister, the young employee chuckled in amazement. "How could I marry her? She has turned on noblest men in the city, much wealthier than me, a poor shepherd," he said. "Don't you worry," the sister replied. "I will take care of it." When Khadijah Razallahu Ta'ala Anha entered the house of Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam as his wife, she didn't show any interest in finery, in cosmetic, in expensive and exotic gifts, etc. After her marriage, she had only one overriding interest, and that was to secure the comfort and happiness of her husband. She secured them by applying all her energy and tenacity. She was comfortable only if he was comfortable, and she was happy only if he was happy. His happiness was her happiness. My friends, when they married the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, 25 years old, and Khadijah Razallahu Ta'ala Anha was 40 years old, yet that did not bother the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam one bit. He loved her so deeply, and she loved him as deeply. They married and lived together with love and dignity, the most blessed union ever protected by Allah Almighty. They always looked at each other, wanting to satisfy and please. In spite of their age differences, they were at complete ease. She respected him beyond words, spent her life and wealth on him. She loved to silently look at him, never raised her voice on him. She was the best of his friends, whom he loved with delight. She was his comforter and counselor, who claimed him that night when he ran into her arms, crying, cover me, I am afraid this state of fear would soon overpower me." Wrapped in her comfort, he narrated the incident of Hira, a voice I heard that terrified me with the word of Iqra. I was squeezed when I pleaded that I could never read. I was asked in the name of my Lord to read. She consoled him, saying, "By the one who has control over my soul, Allah Almighty has chosen you to be the prophet of this mankind as a whole." My friends, for he can never humiliate the slave who is good to all people of righteousness and truthfulness. You are an apt example. She supported his cause, sacrificing all her wealth, life filled with hardship. She loved him the same till her very last breath. She was put to sleep forever, though the angel of death. While struggling to spread the message, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam lost his first believer standing for his cause of the truth. He lost his staunch supporter. He lost his friend, his counselor, his ultimate comforter. His word was brought to a standstill. he had lost his life partner. My friends, this loss was so terrible that he feared a lonely tomorrow. Once year after, he came across a necklace that she once wore. When he saw it, he remembered Khadijah Razallah Ta'ala Anha. Tears welled up his blessed eyes. His heart did heavily mourn, it signified his emotions that were to her so attached. My friends, his love for her never died. He missed her so terribly years after she had passed. Once Aisha Zallah Ta'ala Anha questioned him, thus was your love for that wife greater than it is for all of us? He understood her restlessness and replied to console. She believed in me with all her mind and soul. She accepted my message when everyone rejected. When I had no help, she comforted and supported. This love story, which is so enduring, to recall glorified through centuries, greatness of them all. My friends, these sacrifices many and the selfless love of Khadijah Razallah Ta'ala Anha remains cemented in the blaze heart of Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. My friends, I can find no love story more powerful, more spiritually uplifting, more awe-inspiring that of the Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and Khadijah Rasulullah Ta'ala Anha. My friends, it is a shining example of what an ideal marriage is. My friends, one lesson: don't flirt with anyone's feelings. Don't break anyone's trust. If you can't fulfill your promise, don't start such relations. Okay, my friends, see you again with some new topic. Allow me till then. Allah Hafiz.